I think the most fun was it was probably Slide for me with Wally, or Are You With Me? And Slide for me was that was the most fun because it was me, my boy Yori, who I've known since I was in elementary school, produced it, and Wally, who's like my little bro, you know what I'm saying? And I just went in there and I started singing this J-Lo hook. If you had my Glock and we ran into the app, would you slide for me? That's hard, bro. Like, it just went, and it was so easy. We did that shit in like 10 minutes, we laid that hook down. And Wally came in there, crazy. Everything you're looking for in plain sight. And he don't know shit about wine. He was like, what wine is this? Like, you know, that was my dog, bro. Like, it was fun. Me and Wally have a great time. That's really like fun, you know? I actually wish I could get him, Lil Baby, and everybody in the room because they're both kind of like silly. They both come from really dark backgrounds like me, but all of us are very buoyant. There's a light. And so it's fun linking up with the guys, you know what I'm saying? The Slide for me was dope because we was making something for the ladies. And Wally didn't take it too seriously, I didn't take it too seriously. We was just asking real questions. Like, would you? You know what I'm saying? And if J-Lo see this, please don't sue us for that melody cop. Come join the hook, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna change all that just myself in the edit, but other than that, it's the video, and I might remove a few of the white flashes because it feels epileptic, or it might be fly, I don't know. So that's why when you said, hey, why does this say rough cut? This doesn't make sense. I'm like, I didn't even want to say nothing because I'm like, bro, you don't know how hard I've been. It's been 3-4 months I've been chasing to change it, and I just said I'm gonna change it myself. So, okay. You know, family's everything to me. It means the world to me. My mother and my grandmother, they're deeply Southern people. They from New Orleans. You know, my pops, he from Shreveport. We from New Orleans and we migrants. And so family means everything to us. I guess part of the reason I think even from my neighborhood where I'm from, it's called Baldwin Village. You know what I'm saying? And often we're told the adage, the African proverb or adage that says it takes a village to raise a child. And I think that's a through line through not only my music and my art and my movies and whatever the heck else. It's very important to me. And that's why I think my music revolves around brotherhood and, you know, and even with a woman, like a bond between man and woman, a bond between man and man. You know, these bonds are very important for me. And I think a lot of the unfortunate violence that took part in my past was on behalf of these, either preserving those bonds or seemingly protecting those bonds. Whether it turned out to be true or not, that's what, for me, was a driving force. And when that stopped being the driving force, I think that's what caused me to kind of fall back from continuing down that path in life with the same velocity.
So we sitting there in the big ass meeting with everybody. This is Justin, by the way, this is Justin. Hey, Justin. Directs all the videos. So Justin, one of my triumvirate of managers just told me that the part in the video where my cakes is out,
your back,
is the last edit that I'm gonna have to do. That part, you see that part? We gotta put some over the either you know. So, and then this the final edit. I won't ask you for anything until Slide for me with Wally.
Well, it's anything. It don't just mean like robbing, shooting, and lying to the police for somebody you love. It means being loyal. It's about loyalty. It's about family. It's about that bond and protecting that bond at all costs. And that's how for me, that was one of the biggest expressions of love that I ever received, like from my mother. And even my pops, like with him being, you know, in and out or whatever, one thing I know about my pops is like, if I call him and it's serious, he gonna slide about it. You know what I mean? And my mom, in her own way, is gonna always slide about it. You know, she may not be able to produce the same level of violence, but she gonna do whatever is necessary to make sure her son come home. And that loyalty is the biggest expression of love to me. And so when I'm making these songs or whatever, you know, it's that bond. I mean, that's what forged my community. We call it the village. It's that bond. It's that, you know, that's how we express love to each other. How far are you willing to go for the person you love? And it may be toxic. It's probably toxic. I don't fucking know. There's no in this world. But sacrifice and protection, to me, ring truest signals and symbols of love. So Slide for me just kind of is my idiom, my ignorant idiom for would you be willing to sacrifice yourself for me, because I would do the same for you. You know, to make you comfortable, to make you happy. And to find a woman that does that, and the women in my life, blessed enough, I do feel, for the most part, would do it. Or maybe it's my search to feel that. You know, it's my search to feel like somebody's gonna do exactly what I would do for them. And I think that's the same thing with Wally. That's why we be feeling like, damn, you know, It's hard finding a female that say she love you, but's willing to do whatever for you. Not that I would want to put her in that situation, but if it came to that, would you really? Because we've been in them situations and we've seen people we love and care about fold. So the ultimate act of love to me is doing what I've done many a time, which is sit on it, stand on it, protect, you know. Now, of course, I wouldn't let my girl do that. Like, I'm just saying, you know, would you though? Hypothetical. You know, like when a girl asks you, if I was a cockroach, would you still love me? It's like, no, I wouldn't, but like, you low-key like, I guess I would, I don't know. Like if I had one leg and a missing eye, would you still love me? And I'm like, girl, shut up. But yeah, I probably would, you know? And that's what this song is. It's a hypothetical. And if it's real to you, it's real to you, then you really feel it, because that's also something that go down.
If you somehow knew that the feds was coming through, you hide on me.
So that song is basically just to lead it. Wally and I got a tape called Bastards of the Party. And so we'll play maybe 1 or 2 more songs after that, after this one, but that's supposed to introduce people to us and shit.
When are you guys, because this is a great summer song.
Yeah.
Are y'all releasing it, like?
Yeah, it's all coming out on the 23rd. So it's coming out along with the
June.
Right.
It's the way my mother showed me love. She's given everything for me to be where I am. And that's why as much as she may get on my nerves sometimes, that's my first love. That's my first girlfriend, my first best friend, my first protector, my first home was her womb. Like, she's the person I learned love from. And I feel so blessed and so honored to have her have loved me in many ways. But sacrifice was one of the biggest ways in which I think she showed me love. So I don't think it's the only way to show love, but it's up there, bro. It's like, that's some Jesus level, right? Like Jesus, you know, for God so loved the world, he gave his only begotten son, you know, and they always say Jesus died for our sins. And whether you believe in that narrative or not, you know, there's a reason it's been so potent throughout the history of humans. Because there's something about when you look a girl in the eyes and you know when you say it for sure, I'll marry you. It's like, I'll die for you, for real. And you mean it, or someone say that to you, don't get deeper than that to me, bro. Like, for me, I mean, well, actually, Lauryn Hill said, would you live for me though? And that's what I'm trying to get to, is like, how does it look like? It's harder to live for somebody when you have traumas that are worth dying for, you know? So it's that. And that's a sacrifice in itself too, because some people like, be so tough, nigga, you don't want to be here no more. But if you love the people around you and you stay here trying to better yourself and find a way to live for them, that's also a form of sacrifice to me. So, you know, that's sliding. You sliding. However you slide, you slide. You know what I'm saying? However you get it in, you get it in. You don't have to just be doing nothing to nobody. You don't have to just be lying to the police, whatever you feeling, like, you know, however you sacrifice, whatever's hard for you to do on behalf of another human.